एक बार ट्राई कयो।
हा कयां थो शेयर हाणे। प्रिया जय झूलेलाल, कीअं आहीं तूं?
जय झूलेलाल अंकल, तव्हां कीअं आहियो? मां ठीकु आहियां।
मां बिल्कुलु ठीकु आहियां, ॾाढो सुठो।
ॾाढो सुठो।
तो वटि स्नो पए पई हुते?
न मींहुं पियो पवे।
स्नो कोन्हे? अच्छा,
न। ऐं
सुठो।
मूं ॿुधो शायदि सुभाणे या परीहं हिते कंहिं शहर में स्नो थींदो, बट असांजे लाइ स्नो कान थींदो, रुॻो
ज़बरदस्त।
मींहुं पियो पवे।
अच्छा, ठीकु
ओके।
आहे। अनिता त ॾिसी आई आहे।
अपस्टेट न्यूयॉर्क में स्नो आहे।
हा, ॾाढो सुठो। तव्हांखे स्क्रीन ॾिसण में अचे पई न?
हा
हाँ अंकल।
ओके। अॼु जो क्लास जेको आहे सो हिन सेमेस्टर जो पछाड़ीअ जो क्लास आहे। त इन में जेके लेसन्स 19 ऐं 20 19th एंड 20th असांजी किताब में इहे लेसन्स जेके आहिनि से अप टू 20th आहिनि। अॼु उहे ॿई लेसन्स कंदासीं। ऐं लेसन नंबर 19 जेको आहे उहो सिंधियुनि ऐं सिंध जो इतिहास। इतिहास माना हिस्ट्री। हिस्ट्रीज ऑफ सिंधी है कम्युनिटी, उन जो इतिहास है। सो लेट अस लर्न अबाउट इट। Every sentence here is written in Romanized Sindhi and the meaning is given in English. So let me enlarge it and then we can try to read it and see if you can follow it. पहिरियों, सिंधियुनि जे सिंध जे उत्तर में पंजाब, ओलह में बलोचिस्तान, ओभर में राजस्थान ऐं ॾखण में कच्छ ऐं अरबी समुंड आहे। You capture this sentence? सिंध जे उत्तर में, उत्तर माना नॉर्थ, पंजाब, ओलह में बलोचिस्तान, वेस्ट में बलोचिस्तान, ओभर ईस्ट में राजस्थान ऐं ॾखण साउथ में कच्छ ऐं अरबी समुंड आहे। Everybody got it?
हाँ अंकल।
अंकल।
हिन वक़्तु सिंध जो सॼो प्रांत पाकिस्तान में आहे। At this time, yeah, at present, the whole province of Sindh is in Pakistan. You simple है ना sentence?
हाँ।
Line number 3. सिंध सच में हिकु बेहद पुरानो प्रदेश आहे। Sindh is truly an ancient region. तमाम पुरानो प्रदेश माना रीजन आहे। जंहिंजो बयान सभ खां अगाटी रचना ऋग्वेद में आयल आहे। Did you follow this sentence? जंहिंजो बयान सभ खां अगाटी रचना ऋग्वेद में आयल आहे. बयान माना डिस्क्रिप्शन has appeared in one of the oldest scriptures known as Rigveda. माना सिंध जो बयान, Sindh is mentioned in the ancient oldest scriptures Rigveda. So this is collaborating with number 3, in which we said Sindh truly is an ancient region. So people can say, how can you say that? Then it goes to explain its description has appeared in one of the oldest scriptures, Rigveda. What is Rigveda? Rigveda is one of the 4 Vedas of ancient Sanatan Hindu Dharma. You know the names of those Vedas?
No.
Rigved. Come on, give me some names if you know. Rigved, Atharved, Samved, and Yajurved. 4 Veda हैं. Purana, ancient Sanatan Hindu Dharma ja Purana Veda हैं. They are thousands and thousands of years old. तो उन्हनि मां ऋग्वेद जेको आहे तंहिंमें सिंध जो बयान ॾिनल आहे. वेदा अॼु खां 5000 साल पुराणा मञा वेंदा आहिनि. वेद वेदास अॼु खां 5000 साल पुराणा, considered 5000 years old, मञा वेंदा आहिनि. They are considered to be 5000 years olds from today. वेद 5000 साल पुराणा मञा वेंदा आहिनि. You have sentence सम्झ में?
Ha.
अनीता?
Ha.
Uncle.
हा. हाणे मां चाहियां थो, मूं 5 सेंटेंसिस त पढ़िया आहिनि. हाणे तव्हीं कोशिशि करे ही जेके नेक्स्ट 2-3 सेंटेंसिस आहिनि तव्हीं पढ़ी ॿुधायो मूंखे. केरु पढ़ंदो ही? प्रीति, यू वांट टू गिव ट्राई?
Ha. Okay. सिंध जो इतिहास चहीन
छहीं
सादी
सदीअ
सदीअ खां पोइ जो लिखियलु लिखियलु मिलो थो.
मिले थो. हा. सिंध जो इतिहास 6हीं सदीअ खां पोइ जो लिखियलु मिले थो. Means available written history of Sindh is dated post 6th century. उन खां अॻे जो लिखियलु इतिहास कोन मिलंदो आहे. We will come to that subject later on, why it is not available, but the written history about Sindh 6हीं सदीअ खां पोइ जो लिखियलु, माना after 6th century. Whatever was written after 6th century, वो मिलियल आहे, मिले थो. We find that available. पहिरियों किताब, प्रीति चो, चचनामो
चचनामो आहे जो अरबी इतिहासकार लिखियो
हो. पहिरियों किताब चचनामो आहे जो अरबी इतिहासकार लिखियो हो. The first available book is Chachnamo, which was written by an Arabic historian, Arabi historian. The written history about Sindh is worth noting down. Chachnamo is the first book available which was written by an Arabic historian. उनमें उन वक्त जे राजा प्रिया
उनमें उन वक्त जे राजा चच जी हुकन
हुकूमत
हुकूमत जो बयान है
बयान आए। उन किताब में उन वक्त जे राजा चच माना छहीं सदीअ में कहिड़ो राजा हो, उन नालो चच,
चच
उन जी हुकूमत जो बयान आहे। In there is narration of the kingdom of Raja Chach of that time, 6th century. 712 ईस्वी सदी में, प्रीति पढ़, 700
712 ईस्वी सदी में सिंध में हिंदू राजा दाहिर जो राजू हो
राज हो।
राज हो
712 ईस्वी सदी में सिंध में हिंदू राजा दाहिर जो राज हो। माना in 712 in Sindh there was a ruler whose name was Raja Dahir, Hindu Raja ho. He was a Hindu king. अरबी मोहम्मद बिन कासिम, अनीता तू पढ़।
हाँ, अरबी मोहम्मद बिन कासिम 712 में सिंध ते हमलो करे राजा दाहिर के
हरायो। So in 712 Arabic Muhammad bin Qasim, he attacked Sindh and he defeated Raja Dahir at that time. Ke harayo, he defeated. So Hindu king was Dahir in 712, but he was defeated by Arabic Muhammad bin Qasim, who attacked Sindh in 712. 712 खां 1843 ताईं, प्रीति
okay 712 का wait, I didn't, what's
1843
around
1843 43
Italia ते
ताईं
कहीं सिंध ते मुसलमानी हुकूमत रही
रही। See, from 712 to 1843, almost for 1100 years, Sindh was ruled by Muslim rulers. This is worth considering what must have happened in Sindh. For 1100 years, after Raja Dahir Singh was defeated by Muhammad bin Qasim, till Britishers who came in 19th century, Sindh was ruled by Muslim rulers. 712 खां 843 ताईं सिंध ते मुसलमानी हुकूमत रही। Muslims ruled Sindh for 1100 years. साल 1843 में अनिता
हाँ, साल 1843 में अंग्रेजन सिंध में पंहिंजो राज्य कायम कयो।
कयो। In the year 1843, Britishers established their rule in Sindh. 1843 में अंग्रेजन सिंध में पंहिंजो राज कायम कयो। So the foreign rule is still continued. Instead of Muslims, now Britishers started ruling Sindh from year 1843. प्रिया, साल 1843 खां
साल अराते
1843 खां 1947 ताईं
how do you say that?
1947
Satalia
ताई
ताई सिंधी में अंग्रेजी अंग्रेजी जो राजू
हो अंग्रेजन अंग्रेजन
अंग्रेजन जो
राज
राजू
हो
हो
from 1843 to 1947 104 years Britishers ruled Sindh. From 1843 to 1947, it was ruled by British. Sindh was ruled by British. 104 years. साल 1947 में प्रीति
साल उ-
साल 1947 में
1947
1947 मीन्स 1947 1947 में
में
मुल्क
मुल्क आजाद था थियो पर अंग्रेजी मुल्क जा
अंग्रेजन मुल्क जा ॿ
हिस्सा
कया
कया हिंदुस्तान ऐं पाकिस्तान
पाकिस्तान See, in 1947, मुल्क आज़ाद तो थियो. India became free, but Britishers divided it into two, Hindustan and Pakistan, in two parts. This is called partition. The year of partition, 1947. Hindustan and Pakistan. Do you all know about this history?
yeah, a little bit.
In 1947, India got independence from British rule, but Britishers, while leaving India, divided it into two. One was Pakistan, another was Hindustan, India. Hane, this history of Sindh that I have given you briefly only up to the partition time. Is pre-partition history of Sindh. इन जे बारे में हाणे there are questions that सिंध ऐं सिंधियुनि जो इतिहास history of Sindh. हाणे अचूं था item number 15 and 16, continuing the history of Sindh. सिंध में मुसलमान घणा हुआ प्रिया सिंध में मुसलमान घणा हुआ इन करे
सिंध में घणो मुसलमान हुआ इन करे समूरो सिंध पाकिस्तान खे ॾिनो वियो.
At the time of partition in 1947, there was a majority population of Muslims in Sindh. So, based on the majority population, entire province of Sindh was given away to Pakistan.
हाँ.
Britishers gave away the entire province of Sindh to Pakistan because Muslims happened to be in majority at that time. सिंध मां उन वक़्तु अनीता
सिंध मां उन वक़्तु 13 लखा सिंधी हिंदू लॾे हिंदुस्तान में आया ऐं केतिरनि ई प्रांत में पखिड़िजी विया.
हा सिंध मां उन वक़्तु 13 लख सिंधी हिंदू लॾे हिंदुस्तान में आया. They migrated into India. ऐं केतिरनि ई प्रांतनि में Pakhirjiya, and dispersed all over several provinces in India. This is the true history that you all know about. They left as refugees from Sindh, migrated to Hindustan, and dispersed over several provinces. They lost their own province of Sindh. Now they came as refugees and got scattered over several provinces of India. Pakhirjiya. Preeti. Ketra Sindhi
केतिरा सिंधी वरी दुनिया जे ॿियनि मुल्कनि में हली विया
Vya. केतिराई सिंधी वरी दुनिया जे ॿियनि मुल्कनि में हली विया. Many Sindhis at that time after partition also migrated to several other countries of the world. Partition खां अॻु में सिंधी केतिरनि वर्ल्ड जे शहरनि में हूंदा हुआ. But after partition, many more, they not only dispersed into several states of India, but also they migrated away to many other countries of the world. Many other countries of the world. Many Sindhi families also went away to many other Sindhi countries of the world. Or no? Priya. Panji
Panji,
Mehnat.
Menat, and Pushrat Sa Ahist Sindhi Har Handa Visajivya.
Vasjivya.
Vasjivya.
Panji Mehnat and Purusharth sa.
Pushrat Sa.
With their vigor and determination and hard work, आहिस्ते आहिस्ते माना
Aiste,
slowly,
aiste.
gradually, slowly and slowly, Sindhi har handh vasjivya.
Would
They-
aste be the same, or it's aiste?
आहिस्ते आहिस्ते
Aiste.
आहिस्ते आहिस्ते माना gradually, slowly,
Because aste is slow, right?
हाँ आहिस्ते आहिस्ते, slowly,
Okay.
Sindhis har handh vasjivya. Wherever they had gone, they re-established themselves with their hard work and determination, vigor, determination and hard work. Panji mehnat and purusharth, determination and hard work. Purusharth. They did not beg. Sindhis did not beg. They did not ask for any help from anybody. They depended only on their own vigor, hard work, and determination. Wherever they went, they re-established themselves. And this is a fact. You go to any part of world, any part of India, Sindhis are all re-established and doing well. They came with nothing. When they left Sindh, they left everything behind. All their properties, all their valuables, all their wealth, their farms and cattle, everything. They left everything in Sindh. They came empty-handed, scattered all over India and went away to many parts of the world. But because of their hard work, determination, and vigor, they re-established themselves wherever they went. This is a very important character of Sindhi community. Today in India, all communities demand from the government special reservations, special facilities or jobs and other support systems, considering that they are backward, they are this, they are that. Although they have been in India, they still demand from the government. But Sindhis who came empty-handed, leaving everything behind in Sindh, they did not demand anything from the government. Neither they claimed any facilities or special reservations. They established themselves by their hard work, sheer vigor, and determination. Such a positive character of Sindhis. And not only in India, wherever they went. Today, Sindhis are in almost 100 countries of the world. There are about 205 countries in UNO, United Nations. Members are about 205 countries. And in about 100 countries, Sindhis live all over the world. But wherever they are, they have established themselves. With their vigor, determination, and hard work, Sindhis gradually re-established themselves wherever they went. Anita, Sindhyun
सिंधियन हिंदुस्तान जे केतिरनि शहरनि में स्कूल, कॉलेज ऐं हॉस्पिटल्स भी खोलियूं.
Not only they came empty-handed and established themselves, but they, in India, in many cities, they established schools, colleges, and hospitals. They opened schools, colleges, and hospitals, in spite of the fact they came empty-handed. Look at this, second character of Sindhis. Schools, hospitals, and colleges, they opened in many cities wherever they went in India. As you know, in Bombay, the first college was opened by Sindhis in 1948. They came in 1947 empty-handed. Nothing, but they opened their first college in Bombay in 1948, and that is known as Jain College in Churchgate.
मां जयंत कॉलेज जी ग्रेजुएट आहे.
There you go. Jain College was the first college established by refugee Sindhis who came empty-handed from Sindh. Within 1 year, they opened their first college in Bombay, Jain College. After that, HR College, National College, so many colleges they opened. KC College, Mithibai College. They have opened more than 19 colleges in Bombay and Maharashtra area. And not only colleges, schools, and many hospitals also. Hinduja Hospital in Bandra. You must have heard about it.
हाँ.
On Pedder Road, there is a hospital known as, do you remember?
Pedder Road?
On Pedder Road.
Just Look Hospital.
Just Lok Hospital.
Just look, हाँ.
Hmm.
Like that, they have opened many hospitals all around. So colleges, schools, and hospitals. Look at the character of Sindhi community. Schools and colleges for what? Educating the children so that they do not lag behind in knowledge, education, and technology. They should always remain abreast, even though they were poor, but education was considered the most important aspect of Sindhi community. My own family, we migrated from Hyderabad, Sindh in 1947. By train, we went to Rajasthan. And the first major city that came was Jodhpur. Do you see here the train going from Hyderabad, Sindh to Rajasthan? We got off at Jodhpur, and I was at that time 6 years old. Within 1 month of being in Rajasthan, Jodhpur, I started going to a Sindhi school. Sindhis opened their school right away so that the children who came as refugees, they should not suffer. Children must get educated. And that school was a borrowed building from the local Marwari community. They used to go to school from 10:30 to 5. Sindhis borrowed that school building, and they said our children will come here from 7 to 10:30 in the morning. Within 1 month, we were going to school. And I remember I used to go to school, Sindhi school, named Modern High School. Now it is very well known, Modern High School. They've got their own buildings and everything. But at that time, within 1 month, we were going to school. What a marvelous character of Sindhi community. Unbelievable. They didn't have anything to eat. They didn't have any shelters. They did not have any businesses. But first thing they did was to send their children to school.
That's very impressive to, put everything together so quickly. So were the teachers Sindhi as well?
Pardon me?
Were the teachers Sindhi as well?
Yes. My first teacher was the one who taught my father in Hyderabad, Sindh. Master Mohandas Bhatia. He recognized, he said, "Mu to tujhe peekhe pe padhe ho Sindh mein." And ma to kehte
Wow.
tha Jodhpur mein.
What
Master
did you say,
Mohandas.
Uncle?
Master Mohandas, old man, he was
Hmm.
my first teacher.
Hmm.
And he said that I had taught your father in Sindh.
Wow.
Now I'm teaching you here in India, in
Hmm.
Rajasthan. He was my first teacher.
That's really nice.
Unbelievable what a history was.
Hmm.
Master Mohandas was an old man. After partition, he came as a refugee, and then he started teaching in that school. And very soon his son, who was much better educated, became the teacher for upper classes. Master Mohandas was teaching me in the junior classes because we were 6 and 7-year-old children. But his son became teacher of the senior classes. And both father and son were teachers in that school teaching us. And this is the real history I'm telling you, that how Sindhis opened schools and colleges and then the hospitals all over wherever they went. My father did not have proper job or any government help. Although he was a lawyer, advocate in Sindh, he came to Rajasthan for months and months together. Every week he used to go from one town to another to look for a position for an educated lawyer, advocate. He could not get anywhere anything. Ultimately, in Jodhpur, he got first break and became advocate. And after that, he became magistrate, and then he became an assistant commissioner. He grew up. He created himself a legacy which is even today remembered in Jodhpur, that he was one of those daring Sindhi lawyer who did not get scared by the local politicians. And he used to tell them on their face that we Sindhis have sacrificed for independence of India. You people living and sitting here, you have not done anything for India. So don't even compare us with you. He used to tell straight to even his bosses. He was very unpopular because of that, his open speech.
He was telling the truth, though.
Hmm?
He was telling the truth.
He
was telling the truth.
Yeah, he was telling the truth, and it was a bitter truth, because local
Yeah.
people did not know
Hmm.
what had happened and how Sindhis had suffered. He told them that we had much bigger houses than you have here. You are charging us high rents for 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom small apartments. We had much bigger houses than this. We have left them behind. For independence of India, we sacrificed everything. And you are taking advantage of us here, charging 3 times, 5 times the rents. But Sindhi's character was very strong. They did not submit themselves to anything. They said, no, we will build our own future and our own destiny. With our own Sindhi schools, colleges, our children got educated, they advanced. And in Jodhpur, there was opened an engineering college. I was the first entry in the electrical engineering course when the college opened, and they opened the electrical engineering course. I was the youngest student in that class. Many other local population like Marwadis and Punjabis and whoever came, but we Sindhis, 3 or 4 of us got admission. I was the youngest, and guess what? For the next 4 years of engineering college, I always topped in my class.
Mhm.
Youngest
Congratulations.
and topped in my engineering class.
Yes, congratulations.
So this is how we Sindhis established ourselves with our hard work, without any reservations, concessions, or special support from the government. We created our own destiny. So I feel proud about our history. And that's why I wrote this particular lesson in my book. This book that I wrote, Romanized Sindhi, A Global Solution. In this book, lesson number 19 is this: Sindhu and Sindhinjo Itihas, History of Sindhis. Now we come to line number 20. Preeti, I want you to read this. Jhulelal Sai
झूलेलाल साईं जे महार सां सिंधी हने हने सेवा सुखिया
Sukya
आहिनि.
Ahin. Sava Sukya Ahin.
And is it
Oh,
था
Izata, Izata,
था
Abru,
अब्रू
Sa,
सां रही करे हर हंध Arhand Bien
Zatyun
Zatyun J Sheva Ayan and
Madada
Madada
Pin
Pina Ka
Pya.
Yeah.
So not only they prospered, but wherever they stayed and lived, they started serving and helping the local communities also by opening the hospitals, colleges, where admission was given to local people also. So they were supporting and helping the local population wherever they stayed.
सेंट जो मतलब छा है सेंट के what
झूलेलाल
is
साईं जी महर
साईं साईं हाँ साईं हाँ
झूलेलाल साईं जी महर सां with झूलेलाल साईं's grace
हाँ
सिंधी हाणे सावा सुखिया आहिनि. Sindhis have established well now. They are prospering. सावा सुखिया आहिनि.
हाँ
इज़त आबरूअ सां रही करे living with honor and pride हर हंधि ॿियनि ज़ातियुनि जी everywhere they are helping the local communities जी शेवा ऐं मदद पिणु कनि पिया. They are serving them and helping the local population wherever they are.
साईं जो मतलब छा है छाकाणि lot of women address their husbands as साईं
Sai means sir.
sir
Sir is झूलेलाल साईं. असीं सिंधीअ में साईं इन करे चवंदा आहियूं. इज़त जो अखर है. It is used instead of Mr. या श्री असीं साईं चवंदा आहियूं.
अच्छा
साईं पंहिंजे डेटी खे बि चइबो आहे, पंहिंजे वॾनि खे बि चइबो आहे, पंहिंजे टीचर्स खे बि चइबो आहे साईं. हा प्रिया चओ.
Uncle, is इज़्ज़त छा आहे अंग्रेजी में?
इज़त. इज़त माना आबरू. इज़त. We have got honor and pride. आबरू ऐं इज़त.
Izzata is pride or honor?
इज़त कंहिंखे चइजे थो न with honor.
Honor. Thank
आबरू
you.
is pride. इज़त ऐं आबरू.
Meherbani, uncle.
इज्जत can also mean respect right
कंहिंखे इज़त ॾिजे श्योर.
हाँ
इज़त ॾियणु. पर असीं पाण
हाँ
पंहिंजी इज़त सां था रहूं. माना
हाँ
we have created our honor
हाँ
and आबरू, pride.
हाँ
त सिंधियुनि पंहिंजी महिनत सां इज़त ऐं आबरू वारी ज़िंदगी पंहिंजी ठाही. न रुगो पंहिंजे लाइ ठाहियूं, पर जिते जिते रहिया उते लोकल पॉपुलेशन ऐं कम्यूनिटीज़ जी शेवा बि कयूं ऐं उन्हनि जी मदद बि कयूं.
हाँ
The biggest example of this is in Bombay. You know what Sindhis did? In Bombay, when partition happened, we came. Local population was living in chawls, chawl system. Have you seen Bombay's chawls?
हाँ
Common balcony and
yes
one door each, small room. Families living like this in chawl system. And this is the life pattern they had. Sindhis came and they started construction and created apartment houses. They created buildings. They created apartments. They created multi-family homes. And that became a turning point in the housing and residential standard of living in Bombay. Yes, Priya.
Uncle Muke samjhe kana ache yo. Charles
If
Chai?
you go to Bombay,
Huh?
and even in today's old communities where Maharashtrians live
Huh?
and the local population lives, you will find 2-story, 3-story buildings
Huh?
with common veranda in front of them, balcony, and from that balcony, there will be doors to each single room.
Oh.
So families will be living in one room, and at the end of the balconies, there will be staircases and toilets. So they
Oh.
will use common toilet and stairs to go down, and big open corridor, which you call corridor or a veranda or a balcony, connecting all those houses, chawl system.
So, but before that in India, before the Sindhis came, there were no apartment buildings or anything like that?
No, Sindhis started
Wow.
this construction.
So we did that in Sindh. We created apartment buildings in Sindh and we brought it to Bombay or wherever, India.
Where in Sindh we used to have homes and you can say multi-home groups
Hmm.
which they had created over the years, and they lived in respectable independent houses, not a common chawl and common toilets and common passages.
Hmm.
So their living
Separate,
standard was
separate.
much higher in Sindh.
The what was higher in Sindh?
Living standard.
Livingston, yeah.
When they came to Bombay, all the builders, Sindhi builders, they started creating multi-family homes and apartment houses and buildings throughout Bombay. That changed the entire landscape of Bombay.
Wow.
And that created a new wave of urban civilized living.
Wow.
I remember in Bombay, when I moved over in Bombay in 1963. But prior to that, actually in 1955, 56, already the builders like R.J. Advani, Yethi Sipai Malani, some Raheja or Hinduja families, they had started making colonies.
Hmm.
And in colonies, there were like groups of buildings, 3-story high buildings with 2 or 3 flats on every floor, common
Hmm.
staircase, and such blocks, 8 or 10 or 15 or 20 blocks in that huge compound with its own entry and wall. These were like big colonies created by Sindhi
Hmm.
community. Yet he Sapai Melani made first such colony in Mahim,
Hmm.
and then she made it one in Matunga, and then she made one in Chembur,
Hmm.
and the last one she made was in Grant Road.
Hmm.
Those were huge colonies, and Sindhi families, they were offered those apartments in those buildings at a very nominal price.
Hmm.
So they re-established Sindhis with a living standard much better than the local people by creating their own huge societies. Education wise, they were already going ahead. Now,
Oh,
living standard,
Hinachikari, Advani Chambers, I, who I.
now they are huge.
Huh.
This is Sindhis have taken over. The latest one is this one in you know the famous place is
Pavai, Pavai,
Pawai.
Hiranandani.
Hiranandani, huh?
Pawai
हाँ,
Hiranandani's.
हाँ.
Hiranandani is one of the topmost builders now in the whole country.
Hmm.
He has created those huge towers and multi-story buildings and blocks of them everywhere, all over India. And people look to get into those buildings. Hiranandanis, Rahejas, Hindujas, so many of those builders are there. They have done great job. But Hiranandani names shines out. Pawai he made
Priya, if you want to see anything about Hiranandani, just go on YouTube. They'll show you his all the hospitals, all the homes he has constructed. Just go on YouTube. You'll see Rahejas also. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
they created the
Minjo
living
mama hote
standard.
rindo ai.
They created a living standard much higher than the local people had ever imagined. And providing hospitals, shopping centers, recreation areas in those areas. It's like a dream world they created in India.
हाँ सब होते आए ताकि
Huh?
माण्हू खे ॿाहिरि कान वञिणो आहे
All
हुते सुपर
facilities are
मार्केट्स
there.
आहे दुकान आहे सभु आहे हुते
Exactly. See, this is the service that they gave it to the country, created a new living standard from chawls, and where they were living in huts and chawls. We created absolutely a new dimension of urban living.
हाणे मूं ॿुधो आहे त हीरानंदानी दुबई में बि बिल्ड करनि पिया, लंडन में बि बिल्ड करनि पिया.
Companions, they are in demand everywhere.
Everywhere. And tamam luxury apartments
Zabardast.
with
And
zabardast.
very high standard of living. I have gone to many of those places. In Ghatkopar, they were going to Pawai. Right around Hiranandani's, there are other Sindhis who started creating other multi-story buildings, high-rise buildings. So it's like a huge complex is created from nowhere where there was nothing. So this is one of the gift of Sindhi community to enhance and to improve the urban living of the whole country, India. Now there may be many other builders, Marwadis and what you call Parsis, Shapurji Palanji and Lodha and all those. They are making a lot of high-rise buildings, but nothing like what Hiranandani did or Rahejas and Hindujas did. Much before these people even were able to visualize what it is. Hospitals, colleges, high schools, education systems. A great improvement in the living standard. So wherever they went, they created their own. So this is what I am trying to tell you is Sindhin jo itihas, history of Sindhis. Right from 6th or 7th century, how entire Sindh was taken away from us, how we became refugees, leaving everything behind, came to India, but did not depend on the local help or any reservations or any supports, created our own destiny by hard work and by self-determination, education, local service, and living standard which they had not even dreamt of in the country at that time. So the contribution of Sindhis is beyond imagination. And look at Sindh, which was left to Muslims. It is one of the most backward state even in Pakistan today. no development has taken place. The local Muslims and Muhajirs and Punjabi Muslims, they only exploited, took away water from Sindhu River, created their own dams upstream, dried up the Sindhu River. Local population is starving. They have no living standard. Whole Sindh is in a terrible mess. But the Sindhis who left Sindh have not only prospered themselves, but they have given prosperity to the whole country of India. Today, our population of Sindhis, imagine this, Sindhi population is less than 0.5% of India. 140 crores population of India, in that Sindhis may be 50 to 60 lakhs only. Maximum 75 lakhs. Less than 0.5%. But they pay 15% income tax collected by India. 0.5% population contributes to more than 15% of income tax collected in India. Sindhis are one of the most flourishing, prospering, and self-made community which has helped created the nation India. And yet they have no representation because they got no state of their own. They have no voting representation. Gujaratis have Gujarat, Marathis have got Maharashtra, Rajasthanis have got Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu has got Tamil Nadu. So they've got their own local provinces, they create their own governments, they've got their own ministers, chief ministers, and they send their own representatives in the central government. Sindhis are scattered. We don't have enough votes anywhere that we could create our own critical mass and make a representation in India. So we have no representation, but we pay 15% income tax. We are 0.5% population, and we have given to India what India could not have done for itself.
तव्हांखे दादा वासवानी जो न्यूज़लेटर अच्छा अचे थो
दादा वासवानी जो
न्यूज़लेटर
ईंदो आहे
ईंदो आहे हा हुन में सिंध जे काफ़ी डिस्कशन हूंदो आहे
हमेशा हूंदो आहे
जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं
हाँ
सब बहुत हिस्ट्री देते हैं वो लोग
exactly.
हाँ
So I felt it was important that in my book I should give this lesson, Sindhinjo Itihas, history of Sindhis, that we should never forget this. You younger generation who have no idea of partition, we the few people who are left who really saw the partition, how we were moved from Sindh to India, overnight leaving everything behind, what hardships our families saw. In next 15, 20 years, we will all be gone, and there will be nobody to recount these actual hardships and the cruelty of partition that we suffered. That's why I felt it necessary to bring this particular lesson to your knowledge and share it with you so that this history should remain always known to our new generation and descendants.
मुंहिंजो पीउ हमेशह मूंखे चवंदो हो केतिरो भॼी पाकिस्तान सां भॼी सभु ट्रेन में आया इंडिया केतिरो मुसीबत सां केतिरोनि खे गोली लॻो
हाँ
तमामु दुखी
तमाम under treacherous conditions we had to live.
Ha.
We were children at that time. When the
Hmm.
train arrived on the Hyderabad Sindh platform, it was already full. To get us into the train, my parents literally pushed us through the windows of the train
Hmm.
inside the train compartment so that we could leave. And nothing was brought with us excepting personal clothes only. Everything left behind.
Yeah. You remember those days when you
Yes,
were pushed through the window?
absolutely. I remember I got the absolute memory of the platform. How search was conducted by the Muslim search party.
Ha.
They were carrying guns. They
Ha.
came and forced my mother to open one of the beddings that we were carrying.
Hmm.
And they snatched away few items that they thought that they were precious. They were
Ha.
good looking items that my mother had cleverly put inside the bed. They took
Ha.
it away and they
Yeah.
threatened.
Ha.
But in the meantime, the train started moving into the platform and the search party went on to the next family.
Ha.
Quickly, we put together our things, and my father and my uncle, myself and my cousin, we were 6 and 8 years old. My sister was only 4 years old. So while the train was still moving, they pushed us through the compartment windows so
Ha.
that we could be inside the train. And they somehow or other came through the doors, standing all the way. And guess what? My uncle and my dad, they had tremendous fear on their minds and their eyes. We children were sitting. We were completely, you know, uh, wondering what is this going on.
Ha.
They feared that any time the train could be stopped on the way and these Muhajirs and Muslims can come and kill us all because
Ha.
trains were being butchered.
Hmm.
They could not take a breath of relief till the train came to the boundary of Sindh and Rajasthan at Khokhra Power Station. When the train crossed that boundary, I saw the first sigh of relief on the face of my father and my uncle.
Yeah.
I did not know. ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ the history ਵਿਆਹ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ. We were completely shocked and under dismay what was happening. But when I saw this sigh of relief on the father's face and my uncle's face, we really realized that something now has happened. The train crossed that border, that it came to Indian territory, that now there could not be any more killing or butchering by the Muslims.
Ha.
Next morning, when the train reached Luni Junction, and guess what? All that evening and night, we did not have water or any food or anything because we were not allowed to bring anything.
Hmm.
Next morning, I think it was around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, when the train reached Luni Junction, there were volunteers in white shirts and khaki half pants. I think they were from Hindu Mahasabha or RSS.
Hmm.
They started giving us dona. Dona, you know what? Paper cups made
Ha.
out of leaves. In
Hmm.
that, puri and little bit of dal and a cooler of water. Cooler means earthen, small
Ha.
pot. So
Hmm.
they were passing those on to us from the windows to all the refugees who had train that just arrived to Marwar Junction, Luli Junction. So
Hmm.
first time we had water and something to eat the next morning at about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that, Uncle.
And I have those scenes vividly written in my mind and in my eyes.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
What I saw and what I went through. I saw the fear and the anxiety in the face of my parents and what the sigh of relief they saw when the train crossed Khokhrapar, and how we were given something to eat by the Hindu Mahasabha and RSS volunteers. They were not from Government of India. Government of India did not give any help. Don't be under the impression that they gave us any help. Mahatma Gandhi and his government Congress, they didn't care about sin. Otherwise, they
Why
could
is
have
that?
asked, they
Why
could
is
have,
that? Why didn't they care about sin? They didn't care about any of the refugees because my husband's grandmother, she had to jump from the train and she was paralyzed for life. And
yes,
Oh my God.
we were in
yeah,
tremendous distress. These people, I tell you, they did so much harm to Sindhis and Sindh that I don't think for generations we should forget it or forgive them for this.
yeah,
Punjab was bifurcated in two. Punjabis got at least part of Punjab. Bengal was bifurcated in two. One part went to Pakistan, one at least remained in India. But Sindh was given away completely.
yeah.
This was Nehru and Gandhi.
Yeah. The funny thing is they mention Sindh in the national anthem. That's all they do.
Yes,
Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat,
that
Maharashtra.
was written by Rabindranath Tagore.
Ha,
Rabindranath Tagore was a very, very good poet.
ha,
And guess what? At his time, during his time, Sindh and Bengal were very much close to each other. Although were the two extremes of the country,
ha,
constantly our people were in touch with Bengal.
yeah,
The senior Dada Vaswani,
ha.
he spent a lot of time in Bengal.
Oh, okay.
He was with Rabindranath Tagore.
Ha,
Because of the education and because of the literature, Sindh was closer to Bengal than to
ha,
Rajasthan and the adjoining provinces.
ha. That's why. Okay.
That's the reason why Rabindranath Tagore in his national anthem said that Punjab,
Acha.
Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravid, Utkal, Banga. Banga means Bengal.
Ha, ha,
Because we were connected with Bengal
ha.
on the spiritual level, on the educational level, on the literary level.
Hmm. Thank you. But that's very interesting.
Yes, thank you, Uncle, for sharing. By any chance, I don't know, it was a long time ago. There was a YSA retreat back in 2006 in San Francisco. By any chance, there was a partition session story. By any chance, did you share?
Yes, I spoke there and they
You
given me,
did. I remember your story. Once you started saying it, I said, this sounds very familiar. I
they gave
remembered
me,
yours out of all of them because it was just so.
they gave me half an hour to speak, and
Yeah.
believe it or not, after 45 minutes, they came and told me to please stop now. And the audience was still holding the hands up. Uncle, we got a question. Uncle, we got a question.
Mm.
The organizer said, we don't have any more time. Please stop. And all those youngsters, YSA, they
Mm.
came outside and talked with me.
Okay, yaad aaye.
Yeah, they came and talked with me, and I shared all my stories because
Mm.
these are my own experiences. I'm not telling from
Mm.
the book or anything.
Mm.
I have gone through it. I have seen that. And after coming to India, how much discrimination was felt by us. You cannot believe it. Local population discriminated against us. They considered us, we were untouchables. Can you believe it? In Rajasthan, Sindhis were considered untouchables.
And you were so all of you were so educated,
Educated and
so
far ahead of them.
yeah.
But Rajasthanis were, because they were vegetarians and all that, not all of them, but most of them, Jainis and all that, they thought these non-vegetarian Indians or Hindus or whoever come, they are like untouchables.
That's a shame.
But that is one thing which kept us going, was our own schools, our own colleges. That we did not lack in education and we surpassed them. We
And,
established and we created our own destiny.
and
But if
everyone,
imagine we had no education, we would be beggars. Our parents made sure that all children must get education, all Sindhi children.
and even job-wise, all of you that were left Sindh were very successful, no?
Yeah, they did not give us jobs easily, I tell you. They discriminated against us. So many Sindhis went into business. In business, they so surpassed the local population that they opened bigger shops than the local population. And the local population had to close their shops because Sindhis were so good at business.
What do you think the difference was, Uncle, that Sindhis were doing that others were not?
At a very small margin, they would want to capture the clientele, customers, so that customers keep coming back to us.
So they would
Their,
lower their
their
prices.
method was minimum profit, satisfied customer. So he'll come second time.
Hmm.
I saw that with my own eyes. They would say, if a customer entered their shop, first thing they will do is tell the man sitting there, go, bring a soda for them. He is not even bought anything. दादी तव्हांखे परवाह न आहे, न वठणो अथव त न वठिजो, सोडा त पियो न, चांहि त पियो न. This is how they used to. They were so good at business, and then with a very small margin, they would sell. Because customers will then realize that, my God, I got so cheap. We'll come back again.
And they gave me soda. So it was all about customer experience, even so many years ago.
Yeah. I remember those sites. They would imagine how to get the customer to come back again. Sindhis were so good at it. They captured the cloth merchants, the granary, the, what do you call it, kirana shops. Kirana shops where they sold groceries. Grocery shops were taken over by Sindhis. And cloth merchants, all cloth merchant shops were taken over by Sindhis. Local population could not sell anything. I remember once I went to a local shop for a cloth. That guy was napping in the afternoon. He says, "Abhi काय को तंग करता है, शाम को आना ना, जाओ जाओ." This is how they treated the customer. And Sindhi would say, "दादी अंदर चो अचो 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 अचो, अरे भाई इनके लिए चाय लेके आओ, सोडा लेके आओ, अचो अचो अचो, विहो तो सही, कपड़ो न वठजो, ॾिसो तो सही, just see, don't buy, just see." That was the approach. The other guy said, "Why don't you come in the evening? This is my nap time."
Sindhis are always very hardworking.
Very hardworking. And they really made their own destiny. And not by cheating. This is very important to know. No cheating, no misrepresentation, no improper. Everything was good. When my dad was coming on a bike one day at Sochti Gate, this guy was selling, in those days, Life Boy soap, the red color soap.
Life boy,
Back.
ha.
It
Life
was
boy.
Life Boy
Ha.
soap. He was selling those soap cakes for something like, in those days, it was like 2 annas or something. And he was selling at, I think, 1.5 anna or something like this. And he was standing there at the crossroad, and within 6 hours or 8 hours, the box that he had brought, 144 soaps, because they used to get these soaps from England at that time, Lifebuoy soaps, that wooden small box. He, within 6-8 hours, he sold all the soaps. Now the shopkeeper who was next to it and other shopkeeper, they were selling for 2 annas. He was selling for 1.5 anna. They were wondering how can he sell at 1.5 anna, because that was their cost. He was selling the soaps at his cost, and all the customers were buying from them. So my dad was going on the bike and he asked him, "Mukhe bikro soap de to ma watha vartais." Chais, "Baba tu jo hedo sasto hedo vikni to khe nama mile cha to." Chais, "Sai pucho hi na." Ma dado khush aya. Chais, "How come you are happy? What, you have made no profit?" He said, "Sai, ye jega box hai na, jega khokho, iyo me jo 20 rupees mein vikam do. I'll sell this box, wooden box, for 2 rupees. That is my profit." How enterprising was that guy?
Very. But
He,
then how would they live if they don't have a profit, because you need money to buy food and pay rent and everything?
this is how they made it, by literally working with minimum profit but creating clientele. Sell, 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 volume, 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 volume. They captured the local population. Everybody would say, "Yeah, go and buy from him, buy from him." And shopkeepers were sitting, not selling anything.
So if they sold, so then eventually would they be able to buy volume at a discount and then, or no?
That was also possible, but capturing the clientele was their main thing.
Yes.
Shopkeepers were sitting and not selling anything. This guy standing on the footpath near the crossing, selling everything and making his profit for the day and going away.
And not paying rent to have a shop.
Yeah, no rent, no shop, nothing. Just selling on the crossroad, and all those customers will come back next day. "What have you brought today?" So he'll sell something else to them. And gradually, from that crossing, standing there, he would have a telo. Telo means with the 4 wheels and a top. Then he'll carry few things on it. Then he'll go along the street selling. So people will buy more than one item, 2, 3, 4 items from him. And gradually from that telo, it will become a small niche shop somewhere. And from that, it will become a bigger shop, and then it will be a huge kirana store. This is how they capture the markets.
Even now in New Delhi, like all the Sindhi farsan and all the mithais and all, the best ones are Sindhis are selling, and they
Yeah.
have made such a name for themselves. And I studied in New Orleans in Louisiana, and over there the entire market of t-shirts was owned by a Sindhi in downtown Metairie, and they were so wealthy and rich. They made their business from selling t-shirts, and they became the biggest merchant over there. They surpassed all the local Americans.
Correct.
And they've done the same in Saint Martin,
Saint Martin,
in
correct.
British Virgin Islands, everywhere they go, they do something good and great, and they become so wealthy. From nothing, they
Very,
start from
very
scratch.
enterprising. Very
Yeah,
enterprising.
yeah.
Hardworking, enterprising, with small profit, without cheating. They give
Yeah.
customer satisfaction. The customer keeps coming back. This is what their philosophy was. Whereas the local population would like to cheat the customer with a high profit one time, next time the customer will avoid that shop. But these people with minimum profit attract the customer. Customer will always come back. Enterprising. So these are some of the qualities which I think I must share with you, with all the discrimination and hardships that we suffered through education and through perseverance, through self-determination, Purusharth. Sindhis have established themselves all over the world. Here are some questions and answers that you want to improve your knowledge. Why I give this as a question answers? So that you should remember this. Where were Vedas and scriptures of Hindus religions written? You know, Vedas were written on the bank of Sindhu River.
Did not know that.
Thousands of years ago, all the rishis and munis along Sindhu and Saraswati, they used to do their contemplation, and all their creation of Vedas took place on the bank of Sindhu River. And we have to be proud about it, that we are the descendants, sons of that soil where Vedas were written.
Mhm.
In which Veda word Sindhu is mentioned repeatedly? That is Rig Veda. I told you there are 4 Vedas. Rig Veda. What is the origin of word Hind, Hindu and India? The word Hind, Hindu and India comes out of Sindh, Sindhu. Because Persians did not know how to pronounce S. So they would say the people along Hindus. So the name that Hindus have got today is because of Sindhis. So if people say, I am a Hindu, that name has been derived from Sindh. It was given to us by the Persian people who could not pronounce S. They said H. People living on Sindhu River, they were Sindhus, no, Hindus. And even Alexander gave the name Sindh, Indus. Indus and became India. Sindhu River, he called it Indus, and Indus became India. So both names Hindu and India are derived from word Sindhu. This is another fact that you should know. Which
And even now, India is called Hindustan. You know, a lot of us call India Hindustan.
Hindustan,
Ah.
but actually it should be called Sindhustan, because Hindu word is S.
Ah.
It is S, Sindhustan. It's not Hindustan.
Yeah.
Which important character of Ramayana was from Sindh? Kekai. Kekai was from Sindh.
That's Ram's stepmother.
Stepmother. She was from Sindh. Kekai. Name the important character from Sindh in Mahabharata. Mahabharata mein Jayadratha. Jayadratha was from Sindh. So Sindh is part of our Sanatan Hindu Dharma and our Vedas. So it is ingrained into it. People who tell you no, Sindh does not know. Sindh is the root of the whole civilization. Name of Sindhi king when Arab conquered Sindh in 7012. Raja Dahar Sen. That was the last Sindhi king. Raja Dahar Sen was a Sindhi king. Name Mughal emperor whose mother belonged to Sindh. Akbar Badshah's mother was from Sindh. Mughal
In the
Badshah
movies,
Akbar.
they always portray her as Rajasthani rather than a Sindhi for some reason.
Who?
Akbar's, no, maybe that was Jahangir's mother.
Jahangir.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Jahangir's.
Akbar. I'll show you here. Umarkot. You see in my map here, Umarkot.
Ha.
This is where Akbar was born. In Umarkot. A Mughal emperor whose mother belonged to Sindh. Akbar Badshah. Which Mughal emperor was born in Sindh? Akbar. Where in Sindh he was born and when? Amarkot in 1542. These are the facts. When
And he
did
was a
British
great ruler because he was born from a Sindhi mother.
great ruler is the history given by congresses. They glorified the Mughals. They did not glorify the Hindu emperors. Unfortunate part.
Yeah.
When did British conqueror conquer the last province of India, and which one was it? Sindh was the last province they conquered in 1843. Are you able to see this, what I'm showing?
Huh.
Yeah.
Sindh was conquered in 1843. When was the present Persian Arabic Sindhi script formed? In 1853. When was the present Persian Arabic Sindhi script formed? Yeah, this is another thing you should know. Sindhi, which is written in Arabic script from right to left. After the British conquered Sindh, they said that we want one common script for Sindh. There were 4 scripts at that time. Khudabadi, Gurmukhi, Hatwanki, and Arbi. There were 4 scripts written in Sindh. Britishers, after conquering in 1843, by 1853, they standardized right to left Perso-Arabic script, which became Sindhi script in 1853. Many of you don't know about that script. I can read it, I can write it. Perso-Arabic script, written from right to left. Looks like Arabic script, but it is different from Arabic script. It's Perso-Arabic, Persian and Arabic combination. But Britishers standardized that. Another important fact.
So is the Persian language and Sindhi language similar or is it different?
It is like the influence of Persia and Sindh was tremendous because they were contiguous.
Huh.
So Persian scholars used to come to Sindh and Sindhi scholars used to go to Persia. So in our poetry, lot of Persian words are common.
Huh.
That's when Britishers standardized the Perso-Arabic script for Sindh. They borrowed lot of Persian words and alphabets and made Perso-Arabic script for Sindh.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
When was Sindh annexed to Bombay Presidency and separated? This is another. In 1847, Bombay Presidency and Sindh were annexed together and separated in 1936. See, after Britishers took over Sindh in 1847, 4 years after taking over Sindh, they said, let us rule Sindh along with Bombay as a one presidency. So Sindh became part of Bombay Presidency. That's why our universities in Sindh had graduate examinations in Bombay. My dad passed BSc and BA in Sindh, but for his examination, he had to go to Bombay for BA, BSc because it was a presidency.
Yeah.
Bombay and Sindh were one part under Britishers. But unfortunately, in 1936, Sindh was separated from Bombay and became independent. And that was biggest downfall for the Sindh. If it had remained in presidency, Sindh would not have gone to Pakistan. It is the Muslim Jinnah who forced separation of Sindh from Bombay presidency because he knew that if Sindh is separated, Muslim population being in majority, Sindh will go to Pakistan. If it remain in Bombay presidency, it will not have majority of Muslims. So it will not be part of Pakistan.
Mm.
So he caused this. Muslim League and Muhammad Ali Jinnah,
Ah.
they caused separation of Sindh from Bombay Presidency
Mm.
in 1936. When Sindh was partitioned away from India to Pakistan in August 1947. This cannot be forgotten.
Mm.
What is the approximator of area of Sindh? 57,000 square miles. This is worth knowing. 57,000 square miles is the area of Sindh, province, complete province. As you see this map,
Yeah. Yeah.
Chakobawat to Karachi and Thatto all the way.
Mm.
I have sent you this map. Have you printed it out and kept it in your folder?
Ah.
You must keep this with you because this history is something that you must know and connect with it. Local population will never tell you about it. It is only we have to know our own identity that we should know. What is the source of survival existence in Sindh? Sindhu Nadi, Sindhu River was the source of everything. Our flourishing gardens and greenery and you know, whenever there was a drought in Rajasthan, they used to come to Sindh because Sindh was always green because of Sindhu River. Flourishing, prospering, economy was great. Sindh was fantastic. Which river originates in Mansarovar, Kailash, comes from Tibet, Kashmir, Punjab, Sindh? That is Sindhu Nadi. It starts from Mansarovar, Kailash, up in the Himalayas. From there it comes finally into Sindh. I'll take few minutes of more of your time because we have already come to the end of it. Name the famous ancient civilization Sindhu site. Mohenjo-daro,
Ah.
ancient civilization. Don't ever forget it. One of the most advanced urban civilization ahead of all other civilizations of that time. When most of the Western culture and Western civilization used to live in caves, we lived in 2-story, 3-story houses with streets at right angles, with covered drainage system and big swimming pools and granaries. That was such an advanced civilization. Who is the deity of Sindhis? Jhulelal Sai. When was Jhulelal Sai born? 950 AD. Which is Sindhi New Year Day? Cheti Chand, you should know that. What are the Sindhi folk songs and marriage time talk? Lada, correct? You all know that.
Ah.
Lada. Most famous Sindhi dishes, sai bhaji, kadi, koki, pakwan, papad, and pakoda. They are famous Sindhi. On which Sindhi festival sweet pawn cakes Lola are made? Thadri. You know that Thadri.
Ah.
Sindhi language's present form was evolved in which century? Sindhi language in the present form was evolved in 10th century. What we are speaking now was evolved in 10th century. Dialects of Sindhi, Lari, Saraiki, Vicholi, Thari, Kachi, Lasi. Chh boli mein. These are different dialects of Sindhi boli according to the regions.
Mm.
Which are the original phonic sounds of Sindhi? Da, ka, ba, ya. Sabcho da,
The,
ga,
the,
ba,
the,
ya.
ja.
Yeah.
Ya as in jibba. Da as daru. Da. Dedar. Ga as in goat. Garo. Garo rangu changale. Garo. Epo. Ba jamatan. ba, baru, bakri, billi, ba. These are the original Sindhi phonic sounds. In Romanized Sindhi script, we have given caret symbol on top of those to signify them the special sound. How many letters in Sindhi Arabic script? 52. How many letters in the Romanized Sindhi script? 47. When was the present Sindhi language officially recognized in India? After partition in 1967, Sindhi was included in the Schedule 8 of India. Name the three famous early Sindhi poets. These are Shah, Sachal, Sami. Three poets. Name young Sindhi hanged by Britishers during Quit India. Hemu Kalani. Most current popular Sindhi senior politician of India. Lal K. Advani. He is still alive. He is 97 years old. I have met him personally. We had a lot conversation with him. He signed his books and gave it to me. I have got his books. El K. Advani, he is in Delhi. Name the Sindhi educationalist who started 13 colleges in Bombay. K.M. Kundanani, you know KC College?
Ha.
He was started by K.M. Kundanani. Kundanani is relative of my aunt's side. He started 13 colleges. He left a college in Sindh and he came to Bombay. For 1 year, he was going all around trying to find the locations where he could create the colleges. First college was J.N. College. Second college was National College. Then KC College. Then which is other college? MR College, which is the college next to KC. And Mithibai College. 13 colleges he opened. One guy. He was driven, absolutely driven. He would not go to sleep. He would think of what all possibilities of opening a college.
मुंहिंजो पीउ केसी कॉलेज केशन चंद चेलाराम जो ग्रेजुएट हो
हाँ.
मां जय हिंद कॉलेज एंड गोपाल दास जमटमल अडवाणी नेशनल कॉलेज जी भी ग्रेजुएट आहियां
Very good. ॾाढो सुठो.
ऐं मैं यूएस में आके मैंने 3 यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ी
अल्लाह.
पढ़ी
कैरी यूनिवर्सिटी में?
तो मैं टुलेन यूनिवर्सिटी गई फिर सेंट जॉन्स यूनिवर्सिटी न्यूयॉर्क में और फिर मैं वॉर्टन स्कूल में भी गई हूँ
अच्छा.
पेंसिल्वेनिया में
That's
तो
very nice.
and I also
Excellent,
went to
Anika.
Columbia. I did so many different courses. Yeah.
Very good. This shows the quest of Sindhi spirit.
Ha.
Education. Quest
Ha.
of Sindhi spirit. Education. Name the first college established in Sindh by India, 1948, Jain College. Sadhbela, the Sindhi, in Sindh exists in Sakhar, and where in Mumbai is Sadhbela, in Mahalakshmi. Name the most famous Indian film made by Sindhi GPCP. Sholay. Sholay was made by GPCP. Most famous Sindhi Indian film. Most famous, Sholay. Name two famous Sindhi singers of Hindi films. C.H. Atma and Bulo Sirani. Anyway,
And
this was in short. I gave you a quick run about history of Sindh, important milestones, and important people and aspects of Sindhi enterprising spirit. Sorry for taking a little more time today, but that concludes our semester, this semester, and we will be starting the next semester end of February.
Thank you, Uncle. That was good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate your being consistent and regular in the class, and I'm able to share these things with you. I hope you will be able to share with others so that this chain continues. It should not get stopped.
This was very, very interesting session today. Thank you so much.
Learned so much. Thank you, Uncle.
तव्हांजी घणी घणी
And
महिरबानी ऐं हाणे सभु गॾिजी चओ मां सिंधी आहियां
मां सिंधी आहियां
Sindhi आया,
असीं सिंधी आहियूं
असीं सिंधी आहियूं
Sindhi आयो,
सिंधीअ में ॻाल्हाईंदासीं
सिंधी में
में
ॻाल्हाईंदासीं
ॻाल्हाईंदासीं,
ऐं सिंधीअ में सोचींदासीं बि
सिंधीअ में
में
सोचींदासीं बि।
जय झूलेलाल
जय झूलेलाल
जय झूलेलाल।
बाय
हैप्पी विंटर ब्रेक
यस यू टू एवरी
Happy week.
हैप्पी
Thank
नए
you.
साल जो
अनिता प्रीति
तमाम आपको गुड विशेस और
Laka
गुड
laka
हेल्दी
vadai.
हैप्पी प्रॉस्परस 2026।
तव्हां सभिनी खे
जय
जय झूलेलाल
जय
झूलेलाल
झूलेलाल।